Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another rebuild of the 2015 variety. That's right, we are jumping in the Wayback Machine and going to 2015 to rebuild the St. Louis Rams. That's right, they were St. Louis back in this era, Jeff Fisher era, and we are going to be rebuilding this team because they are god-awful. So bad in this time period. They were unbelievably mid, unbelievably embarrassingly bad, and we are going to be trying to get them to a championship. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy. If you do, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and leave your comments down below for other teams in either era, 2015, 2012. Leave down below in the comments of teams you want to see me rebuild, and let's go try to see if we can get the St. Louis Rams a championship. So here we are on the team. It is shockingly bad. It's worse than I once thought. Nick Foles, I have no love for him. I hate this man with a burning passion of 1,000 suns because he beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and anybody that beats the Patriots in the Super Bowl, I hate. So, I hate him. And he's our starting quarterback. He sucks. He's bad. We got to get a new one. That's obvious. But we have this man right here, Mr. Brittle Knees himself, Todd Gurley, and it looks like he is having an out-of-body experience. But we have him on the team. He's a rookie, he's an X-Factor, and he's going to be our running back, hopefully, for this entire rebuild. The rest of the receiving core, or the rest of the team, is not great. The receiving core is not amazing. We've got Tavon Austin, who is still young, could develop. He's super fast, 95 speed, 93 excel. I do think Tavon Austin could be a nice piece for us, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. We've got Kenny Britt. We've got a couple other guys that aren't great. Offensive line, we've got Roger Saffold, who is a little bit younger at this point. We've got is it Greg Robinson or Glenn Robinson? It's Greg Robinson. He's a second-year man. He's got superstar development. He could turn into something. Then we got Rob Havenstein, who is a rookie, and we've got ourselves two young tackles, who I'm hoping will become our tackles of the championship team. And then on the defense, it's really only about this man right here, Aaron Donald, second year out of Pitt, and he is an X-Factor. He's unbelievable. He's our guy. So we've got that. The rest of the team's not amazing. We've got a couple of pieces. We've got TJ McDonald, who's kind of young and could have some development future on the team. You never know. We've got William Hayes, who's old. He could be good for a couple of seasons, I guess. We've got Robert Quinn, who is still in his younger stage. He's probably entering his prime, I would say. He's a good player for us. We can hopefully look to keep him around and hopefully have him develop. The rest of the team, there's a few pieces around, but it's not a great team. The defense is a little bit better off than the offense, but it's not a great team. But that's why we have the draft classes. The 2016 NFL draft class. We've been over this draft class so many different times. We know what it's all about. So I'm not going to go into deep depth for the 2016 draft class because we've used this class a lot of times on the channel. If you need to go in depth, go look at any other videos that I've done. But we need to make sure that we know what we're getting ourselves into. We obviously need a quarterback. I don't think that the quarterback spot is gonna be available in this one. I don't see it happening. And is Carson Wentz not in this class? Why is Carson Wentz not here? I don't know. Sucks to be him, I guess. He's not here. I don't know why. Unless is he just like on a different position on accident? I have no idea. Whatever. Carson Wentz doesn't exist, I guess. That's not my problem. But running back, we don't need. Receiver, we could use. So a guy like a Tyler Boyd in the second round, or obviously a Tyreek Hill, guys of that nature, certainly going to be on my radar. Tight end we could use, but probably not in this class. And then we've got... Oh, I'm only in the Northeast. Oops. I should probably get to every... Wait, was that for Carson Wentz too? Oh, I must have been in the Northeast for that. I'll put Carson Wentz on the board just because it's Carson Wentz. But wide receivers, anybody else that I didn't see because I was accidentally in the Northeast? Probably not. Okay, we'll go to the tight ends. Still nothing there. But left tackles, definitely a Ronnie Stanley type. Definitely a Laramie Tunsil type. We can keep an eye out for those guys. Connor McGovern maybe later down the board. Definitely one of these two guys because we know for a fact that Nick Martin is a high overall. We've been through this before, so we got to keep an eye on him. Joe Tooney for sure. We'll keep an eye on. Taylor Decker probably. We've seen him fall before. DeForest Buckner, Shaq Lawson, Yannick Ngakoue. We'll keep an eye on those guys. I'd put Bosa on there, but I don't think we're going to be in a spot to get him. Defensive tackles, Kenny Clark. I've never gotten Kenny Clark. I want to get him at some point. I've never been in a spot to get him. Leonard Floyd, Deion Jones, Devondre Campbell, middle linebackers, Reggie Ragland, Blake Martinez. We know how good Blake Martinez can be. We literally just got done with this in a recent Browns video. So we know some of these guys and how good they're going to be. Corners, obviously Jalen Ramsey, Vernon Hargraves even, Xavier Howard, Kendall Fuller. That's probably going to be about it for that one. Free safeties like Kevin Byard, Von Bell, Justin Simmons, and then strong safeties, Carl Joseph. There's not really a ton of strong safeties that I like. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about for the board. I don't know if Carson Wentz is going to be our guy for this rebuild. I mean, he could be. It'd be interesting. I've never taken Carson Wentz before in any of these rebuilds, so we'll see how bad we are. I might actually try to be worse. We might try to sell some players for some draft picks. Like, we could take William Hayes, who's in the last year of his deal. He's 30, and maybe try to get like a late, like a third-round pick or maybe even a second-round pick. That could be something that's possible. There's Big Play Slay. He's only 24. That'd be a nice addition to the team. But I wonder if I can get a second-round pick from, like, the Bears or something for William Hayes. And I can. Oh, I might have been able to get something else for him. Maybe I could have got a first-round pick for him. I don't know. So we trade William Hayes. Who else can we trade that's in the last year of the deal? We'll probably try to keep everybody else. Maybe we try to trade Nick Farley since he's in the last year of his deal. And then we're not going to get anything else for any of these guys, so it's probably not worth it. I don't think we're going to be able to get anything good for Nick Farley, but maybe we can get ourselves a draft pick next season in 2017. Maybe we get a third rounder from the Broncos in 2017. And we can. Okay, I might have been able to get something else for him. But we trade away two guys that were in the last year of their deal. They were a little bit older. We probably weren't gonna re-sign them in the first place. So we get a couple draft picks back. I'm happy with that. Now I'm gonna simulate season 1, and we'll see how bad we actually did. We've wrapped up season number 1, and we finished respectfully at 6-10. I mean, there's not really much we can say in terms of we were good or we were bad. We were just kind of meh. Nick Foles absolutely sucked, but that's what you expect from a guy like Nick Foles. Todd Gurley had a solid rookie year. Nothing too out of the ordinary, but a good rookie year. Brian Quick led the team with 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns, so it seems like Nick Foles found himself his guy. And it looks like he won an award. It must be like best receiver or something. I don't know. He certainly wouldn't have won Offensive Player of the Year, I wouldn't think. If he did, we'd have to re-sign him. 121 tackles from threes. James Laurinaitis, I know his number is 55 in the NFL, but threes is his college number 33, and that's what I call him. So, and that's what everybody calls him. So James Laurinaitis, welcome to the video for the first time. And 121 tackles is pretty awesome. Nobody else really did anything crazy. Robert Quinn, 20 tackles for loss. Donald at 18. 13.5 sacks for Alec Ogletree. 9.5 sacks for Donald. And 1 pick for a couple of guys. So that's just kind of an average run-of-the-mill season for the Rams. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing crazy. Except for the 20-20 for Nick Foles. I don't know if this is going to be the year for a quarterback, because obviously 2017 you got like Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I mean, Carson Wentz could be fun. I've never gotten Carson Wentz before. But at 6-10, we're not going to be in a position to get Carson Wentz, I wouldn't think. Unless he's... Oops. Looks like we had a little bit of a crash there. Hold on. All right, we're back. We're back. It doesn't look like it... I think just something opened up on my monitor and it took away the game for a second. That's okay. We're all good. We are all good. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl over the Raiders, by the way. They have won the bowl, as you would expect. The Seahawks are amazing in this era. Wilson gets the MVP of the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, surprise, wins the MVP of the league. But we don't get any awards. Jamison Crowder and Kevin Johnson are the Rookies of the Year. So I thought maybe they would give the Offensive Player of the Year to our receiver, Brian Quick, but they didn't do it. He had a pretty good season, but I guess whoever won it, I forget who it was. I just looked at it, but I don't remember who it was. I guess they had a better season. We could bring Brian Quick back because I think he's got himself a contract extension or a negotiation. He is up to star, by the way. So you know what? He had a good enough season. We'll reward that with a contract extension. At least I'll offer him some money and we'll see if he accepts it. And he's gonna come back. So congratulations to him. He's got himself paid. Alec Ogletree, we will accept the 5th-year option on you. We will accept the 5th-year option on TJ McDonald. And then we will let everybody else just walk, I guess. They'll get their pink slips and they will leave the organization. And we will head into the first free agency with a lot of cap room and hopefully some people to sign. It is nobody that I want. Is it ever? We could bring Sam Bradford back, I guess. That could be kind of fun, maybe. Never, probably not. We don't need a running back. We could use a wide receiver, but there's not really anybody that I want. Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to get a receiver. Tight end. We're not going to get a tight end. Offensive line. La'el Collins, he's one of the higher rated players in the class. He could be fun. We have to outbid 12 other teams. So if we give him a healthy contract, $4 million each, he should accept that. We're not even in the top. What are the teams offering him? I'll give him a 5-year deal. This is going to be my biggest offer. I'm not going to go higher than this, but I will offer him that. If that doesn't even put us in the conversation. Okay, the Bucks and Dolphins, either something's glitched or the Bucks and Dolphins are offering him crazy money. I don't know what possibly they could be offering, but it's insane. Unless it's just a visual glitch and we are actually at the top. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if he decides to sign with us or not. Defensive line, I don't really want anybody here. Middle linebackers, probably not. Nobody on the outside. Corners, I mean, we need a lot of positions, but I just don't like any of these guys. None of these options are really doing it for me, so I guess we'll just go for La'el Collins, see if he accepted. He does, so maybe it was just a visual glitch. Maybe it was just a visual glitch, but he does sign with us. That's actually a pretty big signing because he's star development, and he's only, what, like 23? So Saffold will move. Actually, no, he'll play right guard. I thought Saffold was going to move over to right guard. He probably could. But now we add Collins to a team that has a younger Roger Saffold, who's 20. Actually, he's only 28. He's already 28. But we have Robinson, we have Havenstein, and now we have Collins on that team, or on that offensive line, so I'm liking that. Brian Quick's going to move up to number 2 because now we start development. And we will look for the draft. We will look forward to the NFL draft. I think the Bears had a bad season, so that second round pick that we got from them should be pretty high in the second round. I'm going to be very curious to see how mock draft number 5 plays out because that'll be the deciding factor whether we need to trade up or not to get anybody that we may want, mainly including Carson Wentz. I'm still on the fence about that. I think it could be fun because we don't go after Carson Wentz all the time or at all. So it could be fun to get him and see how he develops in this. But we'll have to wait and see what this mock draft has to say. So we'll take a look at it. Mock draft number 5 has DeForest Buckner going number 1, then Zeke, then Jalen Ramsey, then Bosa. So Carson Wentz is actually not in play for the top of the board. He is really far down. Is he even first round material? He's not even in the first round of the mock draft. Oh, no, he is. I passed him. The Patriots. Okay, so I apologize. I passed him. The Patriots are in play for him. Our draft pick is number 7, and they have us taking Shaq Lawson, which is not a bad thing, but we're in play for either Vernon Hargraves or Kenny Clark, and then obviously for Carson Wentz at 23. I think that if we can walk away with 2 of those guys, that could be pretty good. So we're going to use our private workouts on... We already know 95% on Carson Wentz, so we don't need to use it on him again. We know that Nick Martin is a true top 5 talent. We have to come away with Nick Martin. I'm going to use some points on... Who else? I'm going to use some points on Deion Jones. I'm going to use some points on Jalen Smith. And I'm going to use some points on Kendall Fuller. Yeah, we'll use them on them. I don't know if we're going to walk away with any of those guys, but it would be fun to try. Is there a way that we can trade up to get anybody? Or trade down to get anybody? We don't really have anybody that's valuable enough to get a first-round pick that I'd be willing to trade. Johnny Hecker's an X-Factor, by the way. We don't really have anybody that's valuable enough to trade for a first-round pick is the only problem. Because if we go talk to New England, what are they wanting for that first-round pick? They don't even need a quarterback because they have Tom Brady. They want... I mean, that one's not too bad. 2018 first, a 2016 second. I wouldn't be opposed to getting rid of a 2018 first. That might be a bad idea, but I would not be opposed to doing it. Just so that we can get ourselves another first-round pick in this draft. I'll give you a 5 in 2016. That's not going to send it through, but it does get it close. How about a 5 in 2018? All right, we're getting closer. I could give a third-round pick. I guess I could. I don't know which one's mine and which one's not mine. I'll give this one, I guess. That should get it done, and it does. So we give up a 2018 first. I'm hoping that we're good enough to where we won't need a 2018 first. But now we have 2 first-round picks, pick 7 and pick 23? 21? What was that pick? 22. Okay, I said everyone but the one it was. We have pick 36 and pick 39, which is going to be huge in the second round. But can I trade up from 22 to get it a little bit higher? Can I trade up from 22 to 15? Not really. Can I trade up from 22 to maybe 19? Who's got 19? Who's got 18? Dolphins have 18. All right, kind of close. Who had 20? It was somebody over here. It was the Bucks. And the Bucks are close. I guess I could just do it like one by one, trading up. I've done that before and it's worked. So the Panthers have pick 21. If we just swap picks, they decline. Okay, hold on. I might be able to use the staff points to give myself those boosts in the trading. So if we go over here to this, we can use these staff points hopefully to boost up and get ourselves discounts. Yes, there we go. Get ourselves all the discounts that we want. And I can't get the reduce the cost of trading up during the draft one. But that's okay. Because I think we've just gotten ourselves enough points to make that trade work. Hopefully. So we'll go to... Who had the top pick? It was... Let's try the Bengals again. Because it was in the yellow when we traded before. But now if we try to trade pick 22 for pick 15, it's in the green now. So we should be able to trade up a little bit easier. So if I ask for... That was pick 15. If I ask for the Dolphins pick 18, they get declined. But if I ask for pick number... Either 19 or 20, it's got to be. 19 for the Vikings. They decline it, but 20 should go through. And I think it was the Cardinals who had 20? No, it was the Bucks who had 20. So we jump up straight up to number 20. That's good, because now we put ourselves in position to get somebody else. But if I was going to trade up even further for... So let's say, now that we have pick 7, we already had pick 7. Let's say we're going to take one of these two guys with pick number 7, either Vernon Hargreaves or Kenny Clark. Now at pick number 20, we can either choose to take Carson Wentz or Jalen Smith, or we don't really need to trade up for anybody else. So we're in a good spot at pick number 20. We don't have to trade up any further. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So we're in a good spot for both the guys that we want. Carson Wentz, Jalen Smith, or anyone else really at that point. Vernon Hargreaves, Kenny Clark. I feel like we need Vernon Hargreaves more than we need Kenny Clark, so we'll go with Vernon Hargreaves with pick number 7. But let's start the NFL draft. Let's pause it. The Eagles will take DeForest Buckner. The Browns will take Zeke. 49ers get Jalen Ramsey. Bosa goes to the Bears. Leonard Floyd to the Colts. Jared Goff to the Texans. And now we can grab ourselves probably Vernon Hargreaves, I would have to say. He looks really good. He's 5'10". He's got good enough athletics, and he's got A-man coverage, A-zone coverage. Vernon Hargreaves is going to be pick number 7 for us. He's got 90 speed with 91 excel, 94 agility, and he's hopefully going to be our number 1 corner along with, like, Jackrabbit, Janoris Jenkins, and stuff like that. So Sheldon Rankins goes, Hunter Henry, Carl Joseph, Eli Apple, Shaq Lawson, Darren Lee, Will Fuller, Josh Doxson, Corey Coleman to the Giants, William Jackson. There goes Kenny Clark. I didn't see who got taken there because it was the Dolphins or whatever. And then, did I just skip my pick? Wait, no, it says, oh, it must just be a visual glitch. It says the Vikings are up, but we're up now. We can take Carson Wentz here probably, even though Jalen Smith I do like. But I think this is going to be our quarterback pick right here. No, don't tell me it's... No. Is it going to mess up again? Please tell me it's not going to mess up again. Let me try to trade down. No. This happened in a recent video with the Giants. Oh, no. Please don't tell me it's going to mess me up. Let me trade down a pick. Who's got the next one? I don't remember. We could trade down to pick 22. Please don't tell me it's going to mess up. This screwed up my whole draft that episode. Come on. Please don't screw me up. Let this work. I could just trade down one pick and it would probably work, but I'll just do that. Screw it. Just accept the trade. Okay, so we've moved out of the trade. Please tell me this is going to let me draft somebody. So it says the Vikings just took somebody, but the Vikings didn't have that pick. Oh, no. I think it's all messed up. Come on, let me draft Carson. No, I think it's all messed up. Why does it do this? Oh, no. I don't want to simulate the pick because it's probably not going to draft me somebody that I want. It's not going to draft me Carson Wentz. No, why does it do this? I hate it here. Why does it mess it up? Who's up next? We are pick... I think the Buccaneers are up next. Trade me down. They accept. It says the Carolina Panthers have the pick, but the Buccaneers have the pick. Oh, it's all messed up. It's all messed up now. Maybe if I trade down with the... Maybe if I trade with the Falcons. Let me trade with the Falcons. Give it a couple of picks to readjust itself. Maybe that'll fix it. Because otherwise, it's going to screw it up so bad. We'll trade down with the Falcons. They'll accept it. We'll give it a couple of picks to readjust itself, refigure it itself out. And then it says the Falcons are up. And Carson Wentz got taken. I think it has fixed itself because it says that we have this pick. But Carson Wentz just got taken. Oh, I hate my life, man. I don't know what it is. Is it fixed now? Can we take Jalen Smith? Okay, so it did fix itself. We got a good player in Jalen Smith, but I wanted Carson Wentz. That was the guy that I wanted. And I actually want to trade into the first round again. So I want to trade up to pick 26 just to get my guy. I don't know how this is going to go, but if we trade pick 39 with the Cowboys, is it going to work for me? This might be a little bit tricky. I could give them pick 36. That puts us into the yellow. I can give you my 7th rounder, and I can give you a 4th rounder in 2018. And then I'll probably give you a player, I guess. They need a quarterback, but so do I. I'm gonna draft. I was gonna say I'm gonna draft that center Nick Martin, so I don't really need a center, but our center's not valuable, so I don't really have a player that I like. I don't have a player that's valuable. I guess I could give them Tremaine Johnson. I just re-signed him, but that does push it through. So we jump back into the first round because I'm gonna take that center Nick Martin, and I don't want him to go off the board. So because I've made that mistake in the past. We know he's a true top 5 talent, and we know it in previous rebuilds that he's a super high overall. So I don't care that he's normal development. We know he's a good overall. All right, so we get 3 players that I like. We will skip to our next pick. Oh, I can't believe it screwed up like that where it wouldn't let me draft the person that I wanted to draft. We are into the 2nd round. Who do we take here in the 2nd round? Do we get Reggie Ragland? Is that the move? Or maybe we go Kevin Byard. That could be something. I think we probably should go Kevin Byard. Let's go Kevin Byard. Hidden development, big pickup. We needed a free safety. We got ourselves a free safety. We'll go to the 3rd round now, and we'll see who's available. I'm not sure who's going to be available. If Tyreek's there, I guess it'd be hard to pass him up. He is here, but so is Joe Thuney. I think I'm going to take Joe Thuney with this pick. We need another guard, and he's going to be our guy. Joe Thuney, not a development trade upgrade, or a development trade, but that's okay. 4th round, if Tyreek's there, I'll take him. I doubt he's going to be there. I'm not going to be upset if he isn't. And he is there. Okay. I'll take him. I said I was going to take him, so we'll take Tyreek Hill. We got ourselves another receiver. And then we go to the 5th round. We have a 5th round pick? No, we have a 6th round pick. I don't know who's going to be there in the 6th round. Probably nobody on my board. And this is our final pick as I trade away that 7th rounder. Jalen Mills is there. And so is Dak. But it says he's a wide receiver. Okay. I'll draft him and make him a quarterback, I guess. I don't know why he is a wide receiver, but I'm not going to complain because we might have gotten our quarterback in the 6th round. I'll just make him a quarterback instead of receiver, and he can be our guy. The only reason he was there is because he was ranked as a wide receiver and not a good one. Okay, so at least I've managed to fix that glitch. I don't know what happened there, but we get 280 overalls and an 81. Vernon Hargreaves, Jalen Smith, and Nick Martin, unbelievably talented. Byard is a 70, Tooney's a 72, Tyreek's a 75, and then we'll just go and change Dak to a quarterback instead of a wide receiver. Change him to a QB. Change his number to number 4 if we have it. We don't have it. I don't know who's wearing number 4, but we don't have it. And that makes Dak a 73. So we got it was a little bit of a cheesy way to do it, but we got ourselves a I didn't know he was a wide receiver, but we got ourselves our hopefully franchise quarterback. And what school did Dak go to? Mississippi State, right? Yeah. We got ourselves our franchise quarterback in the 6th round because of a little bit of a mistake, but I'm not going to complain about it, especially because we couldn't get Carson Wentz because of that weird glitch. Let's see how the rest of the class looks. We got 3 of the top players. So Jalen Ramsey was the top player, but we got Nick Martin, we got Vernon Hargreaves, and we got Jalen Smith. So we got the 3 next highest rated players in the class. I think we came away with a very good draft class considering what we had to deal with there in the little bit of the part there. But we got it done. We've got a really good team now. Well, we've got a better team now. Hopefully Dak can take us to the future. We will go and adjust the lineup, generate the best lineup. The offensive line's looking good now with Lyle Collins, with Havenstein, with Nick Martin, and Saffold and Robinson. The offensive line I like a lot. It has changed Brian Quick to the number 3 again. We'll make Tyreek number 3. Offense is looking good. We need to have a good rookie season from Dak. And then on the defensive side of things, looks like Byard will sit out a season. He'll be the bench, or the backup, it looks like. But that's okay. I'm liking the way that we're rocking here. Jalen Smith will start. We've got Robert Quinn. We've got Aaron Donald. We got Brockers. Hargraves is now at CB2. And obviously we got Nick Martin at starting center. So the team is obviously not ready for a playoff push, but maybe they'll surprise me and we'll make the playoffs. I doubt it, but we'll find out. I will see you guys at the end of season number 2 with the results. Season 2 is wrapped up, and we actually tied with our rivals, the Legion of Boom, the Seattle Seahawks, for the division win. We didn't win the division, but we tied 11-6. So Dak Prescott, Todd Gurley, and this team have gotten us to the playoffs in season 2. I don't know how we've done it, but we've done it. Maybe Dak was the right guy for the job because he had a much more efficient season than what Nick Foles did last year. So his rookie season, 3,700 yards, 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And I don't see award winner next to his franchise QB day 1 starter thing, so I'm assuming he didn't win Rookie of the Year. That's okay. Todd Gurley had a very good season with 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Brian Quick, are we going to see Brian Quick go up to superstar development in this? Is Brian Quick going to be the Atiba Rubin of this rebuild? I don't know what's going on with him. But Tavon Austin had a good season as well. Tyreek had a decent rookie year. Then the defensive side of the ball, TJ McDonald had 104 tackles. Jalen Smith in his rookie season had a pretty good year. Alec Ogletree had a really good year. Oh my God, that could be Defensive Player of the Year. 88 tackles, 21 for loss, and 7.5 sacks. It's gotta be. It doesn't say award winner next to his name, but that's gotta be close. Donald had maybe a better season. 23 tackles for loss and 16 sacks. Pretty good. 9.5 sacks for Robert Quinn. Pick leader was Jalen Smith, Laurinaitis, Joyner, and Hager with all 2. Some interesting numbers from the players on defense especially. But we got ourselves a divisional or wild card matchup against a division rival in the Seahawks. Can we upset the apple cart? Yes, we can. 10-3. It was a slobber knocker. But we get it done. And we take on the Giants in the divisional round. They went 9-8. Are we going to get this done? I don't know. I didn't think we were going to beat the Seahawks. We win 17-0. We are in the NFC Championship against the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota! They're 10-7. We're 11-6. Are we going to be playing in the Super Bowl in season 2 with a rookie quarterback? No. We lose 26-13. We were the better team. Come on. Madden Simulation hates me. It just hates me. But that's a good sign. Season 2, we're already in the divisional round of the playoffs. Or no, the NFC Championship of the playoffs. That is a really, really good sign for the next couple of seasons here in St. Louis. If we could just add a few more pieces, we could be in the championship game every year. The Jets beat the Vikings in the Super Bowl. Dak is a 78 overall, so he's progressing, as you would expect. So who won these awards? Carson Wentz wins the MVP of the Super Bowl. He was supposed to be our guy. It was supposed to be me. It should have been me. That is unbelievable. Carson Wentz wins the Super Bowl MVP for the Jets. Rodgers is the MVP of the league. We don't win any awards. I am so upset. I wanted Carson Wentz. He could have been our quarterback. He should have been our quarterback. That was the plan. Oh, I'm upset. I'm a sad boy. What are the odds? What are the freaking odds, man? Unbelievable. I already re-signed all the guys that needed to be re-signed, so we'll just accept the 5th-year options on those guys. These are the rest of the people that we're not going to bring back. So we will move on to free agency. I doubt there's going to be anybody here that's going to be of value to us, but we'll take a look just in case. You never know. Maybe things can change. They never do, but maybe they could. And I was correct. There's nobody here that we really want. We got our quarterback. We got our running back. We don't need any of these wide receivers. Not a tight end. Offensive line's good. Defensive line is pretty solid with Aaron Donald, but maybe we could grab somebody else. Probably not. Linebackers are good enough. Corners are solid, I guess. Sean Smith is there at 30, though. I don't want anybody. We maybe could have found a couple of guys that could help the team for a season or two, I guess, but is it really worth it at that point? Is it really worth it? I don't know. That's a tough one. That is definitely a tough one. We'll just go to the draft. We got to remember that 2018, we don't have a first-round pick. So next offseason, we're not going to have a first-round pick unless we obviously like trade for one or something, but as of right now, we don't have one. So we're going to make it work here in 2017. This is the Myles Garrett draft. We're not going to be in position to get Myles Garrett because we made the playoffs and made the NFC Championship. So our first-round pick is going to be pretty deep into the first round. But that's okay because we're trying to be good. And having high first-round picks doesn't allow you to be very good. Who do I want to use my points on? You can see some of the guys that I've chosen to use my points on. What do we need? I just did this draft recently with the Cleveland Browns, I think, right? I think it was the Cleveland Browns. So I'm pretty familiar with how good some of these guys are. But since we're going to be picking late in the first round, we could use it on David Njoku. We know Ryan Ramchek's obviously really good, but we don't need a tackle. Who else? We're going to be in position to get all these guys probably, but is there anybody at the top that we absolutely have to have? I don't know. We already know that Tre'Davious White is fully scouted. We know how good he is. Maybe we can get like Cam Robinson and send him to guard. I don't know if that would be a smart idea or not. And I'll put it on Garyon Conley, I guess. We got to take a look at the final mock draft to see where everybody's going to fall. We're going to shake up. So mock draft number 5 has Trubisky going 1. That's the first time I've seen that. And Myles Garrett going 2. It has the Browns taking Tre'Davious White. Lattimore's falling to 13. Patriots are going to get Patrick Mahomes probably. That's a good one. I like that. We currently have pick number 30. And they have us taking Takk McKinley, which I wouldn't hate. But I also wouldn't, like, love it. It's fine. He's a fine player. I don't know if he has a development trade or not. I've never drafted him or not. But I don't think we're going to trade up. I just don't think it's worth it to trade up. I mean, there's obviously some really good players in this class, but I think we're just going to let it ride with whoever we have. So the Niners have the first pick. They take Mitchell Trubisky. That's the first time I've seen Myles Garrett not go number 1. Solomon Thomas, Mike Williams, McCaffrey, Jamal Adams, Malik Hooker, hardly know her, John Ross, Hassan Reddick, Jabril Peppers, Tre'Davious White, Leonard Fournette, Marshawn Lattimore, Marlon Humphrey. I could have traded up for one of those guys. Reuben Foster, Patrick Mahomes to the Patriots. Love to see it. It might have been smart to trade up for a Marshawn Lattimore or a Marlon Humphrey, but it is what it is. Corey Davis, O.J. Howard, David Njoku. That was probably going to be my pick if he would have fell, but I doubt. I didn't think he was going to fall. Ryan Ramczyk, Garrett Bowles, Jared Davis, T.J. Watt to the Giants, Evan Ingram, Malik McDowell, and now we're up. So Cam Robinson didn't fall to us, but that's okay. So we got a Dory Jackson. We've got Takk McKinley and Garyon Conley. We don't need Deshaun Watson because we have Dak. Those are probably going to be the 3 guys that I choose from. Do we want a Dory Jackson? Do we think he's going to be good enough? We know he's got like the athletics, the physicals, but is he good enough technically to get taken here? What about Takk McKinley? Putting him on the defensive line could be a smart idea. Pairing him with Aaron Donald and Robert Quinn could be a good shout. I think we're going to take Takk McKinley. Only normal development, but for a defensive lineman who's going to get a lot of play time, that could go up very quickly. I'm not disappointed by that draft pick. It obviously could have been better, but I'm not regretting it. And now we're into the second round where we've got a guy like Quincy Wilson who has pretty good skills. He's got the A in man coverage and zone coverage. Quincy Wilson might be my guy. I mean, obviously Cooper Kupp is available. Are we going to take Cooper Kupp? I mean, we have Tavon Austin. We have Tyreek Hill. We have Brian Quick, who's having a crazy simulation so far. So we don't necessarily need Cooper Kupp. We know he's superstar development. I kind of want to shake things up and take Quincy Wilson. He's probably going to be, I was going to say he's probably going to be normal development, but I've never taken him before. We're going to see how he develops. Quincy Wilson, welcome to the team. He's got good stats. We're going to see who's available in the third round now. We don't have a fourth round pick. I traded it already. Chidobe Awuzie is still on the board. A lot of corners are there. James Conner's available. Who do we want to take? Carl Lawson. I kind of want to take Carl Lawson here. I haven't taken him before. And he's going to be gone before we get another pick. So I want to take Carl Lawson. Hidden development. That's a nice pickup. So we get 2 defensive linemen. We'll see who ends up being better for us, whether it's Takk McKinley or Carl Lawson. We go into the 5th round now. And we've got a few interesting corners still on the board. And Chris Godwin and Kenny Golladay. We haven't taken Kenny Golladay. We just took Chris Godwin in the Browns rebuild. So I'm not going to take him. But I'm going to take Kenny Golladay because that could be pretty fun. We never taken him before. So we're going to see how... This draft is taking guys that we're going to see how they develop. See if they're worth taking in the future. We got to keep it in mind. See if they're worth taking in the future. We got to experiment. This is the second rebuild in a row, by the way, where Kevin King has fallen this far. Tabor doesn't have the speed, but he's got the coverages. He's probably normal development. Cordero Tankersley, he's got better athletics. A-man coverage, B-zone coverage. Tankersley's looking pretty solid. He could be the guy for us. But then we got Desmond King down the board as well. This one is a little bit tricky. I'm not sure where we go with this. We could go Mo Alley Cox. We do need a tight end. And you know what? I've never taken Mo Alley Cox either. We're going to take Mo Alley. Welcome to the team. Well, technically it's Mo and then Alley Cox. But we're going to take Mo Alley Cox. We'll see how he develops. I told you, this is the draft where we find out how good people develop. Or how quickly they do. And then we have the 7th round pick. If one of those corners is still available, maybe. Tankersley's still here. And so is Desmond King. We know for a fact that Desmond King has a development trait, but I don't know about Tankersley, and I kind of want to find out. He probably only has normal, and he does, but he looks very good. I'm very curious. This is an interesting draft. I've never done a draft like this where the guys are we don't draft the normal guys that I usually draft. So we're gonna see how these guys develop. They might not all have development traits, but they could end up being good overalls. We've got 77 for McKinley, 76 for Quincy Wilson, so that's a solid pickup. Lawson's a 71, Galladay's a 75, Alley Cox is a 64, and Tankersley's a 74. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. They don't have the development traits, but they are pretty solid players. I wonder if Desmond King is going to be in free agency, because I'll pick him up in free agency if he's available. Before we simulate, I'll check free agency before I cut the video. So let's go to free agency and see what kind of undrafted players made it. So practice squad eligible, quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, nobody that I want, tight ends, offensive line, D tackles, pass rushers, linebackers, and corners. So Kevin King is a 73, Witherspoon's a 73, and it looks like Desmond King did get drafted with one of those last picks. All right, but Kevin King probably has normal development, but a 73 overall player at corner, which we do need corner. Definitely a good pickup. Okay, so let's go to the team, generate the best lineup, and see what this team's looking like heading into year 3. We got another year of Dak, another year of development. He's a star development player. Tyreek's getting better. Quick doesn't actually go up to superstar. I thought he might. The offensive line's looking good. On defense, our corner depth is crazy now. The defensive line is looking good now with Tack McKinley there. Linebackers are amazing. Jalen Smith is an X Factor. I just noticed that. He's an X Factor. Kevin Byard will start, who's also an X Factor. I'm liking it. I am liking the team right now. We've got a lot of good players. I think that we're only getting better, and we're probably going to be in the playoffs again. I wouldn't be surprised if we are. I'd be kind of shocked if we weren't, to be honest with you. But I'm going to simulate Season 3, and I'll bring you guys back in with the results. Season 3 is wrapped up, and we improved to 12-5, and we win the division. We are still in the wild card against the Seahawks, but that is a big improvement, winning the division. And Dak seems to have come into his own as a starting quarterback in this league. 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns to just 5 picks is a fantastic season from Dak Prescott. Todd Gurley, 1,200 yards, 4 touchdowns. Kenny Britt actually was the top receiver this year. 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Tavon Austin, 800 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyreek had a solid year. Very interesting. And then on the defense, Kevin Byard, 122 tackles from the free safety spot. Jalen Smith, 89. Ogletree, 85. That's got to be Defensive Player of the Year. Unbelievable season from him. Aaron Donald also had a crazy season, both having 25 tackles for loss. Tack McKinley, 12 and 8.5 sacks. Rookie of the Year? I mean, I'm asking for it. It's not going to happen, but I wish. I wish it would happen. So we get ourselves a wild card game against the Seahawks. We played them last year and beat them. Can we play them again and beat them? We can. 41-35, we defeat the Seahawks. We now play in the divisional against the Cowboys. I don't see this going very well, but we'll see. Maybe an upset is brewing in Dallas. It is! 16-6, we beat the Cowboys. The boys are back. NFC title game against the Packers. I don't see this going very well. It is us versus the Packers and the Bills versus the Raiders in the AFC side of things. I guess we'll find out how it happens. We are in the NFC title game against the Packers. Let's go see if we can beat them. I don't know if this is going to go well, but we win 24-19. We are in the Super Bowl against Buffalo. It is a 1 versus 1. If we could win the Super Bowl in Season 3, that would be unbelievable. I mean, we're a good team. I didn't think we were Super Bowl ready just yet, but I guess the team thinks we are. The game thinks we are. It is a 1 versus 1. No, we are the 3 seed. I thought we were the 1 seed for a second. What am I thinking? It is a 1 versus 3 in the Super Bowl. I don't know how we are here, but we are here. And I guess if we win the Super Bowl, the video will be over. But I mean, I'm happy with how we've been playing. I guess we're good enough. Oh my God, Alec Ogletree's gone up to X Factor. We already knew that Jalen Smith was. Hargraves is now our #1 corner. I mean, I shouldn't be so shocked. We have a great team. I guess I shouldn't be that shocked. But let's go win a Super Bowl, boys. We have arrived at the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills. I guess if we win this game, we'll end the video, but I don't know. I mean, we're up 14-0 on the Bills in the second half. What did we have? 21-0. This team is unbelievably good. We're into the third quarter. The Bills finally score. We get another touchdown. It's 28-7. They score again. It's 28-14. Oh my God. There is a chance we can win the Super Bowl here. Dak, in his second season in the league, has a chance to win a championship. Todd Gurley outside. He gets the edge and gets the first down and backs his way in for a couple extra yards. This is unbelievable. I can't believe that we are even in this situation, but we are. And I'm going to try to fit that in. That's a tough throw, but Kenny Britt will come away with it. Dak Prescott, the magician, makes that throw, and Kenny Britt makes it even No, not maybe. That was a great throw. He makes a great catch. I was going to say even better catch, but the throw was crazy. And Gurley will try to fight forward. Can't do it. Bills starting to use their timeouts. It would be a smart idea to make them use all of them before they get the ball back. So let's see if we can do that. Gurley will get forward for another timeout called. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we score here, just to kind of make sure that we can do it. That's going to be incomplete. 4th and goal from the 5. I think we have to take our points here. I'm going to let the CPU decide. I'm not going to do it. So they do kick the field goal. Bills are not using their timeout. Oh, we have the ball now. 3rd and 6 from the 44. They're not using their timeout because they know they've lost. We are going to win a Super Bowl in 3 seasons with the St. Louis Rams. I mean, we're a good team. I just didn't know we were this good. I thought we were going to have to go another season. But we are going to finish this rebuild in 3 years. Yes, please. There we go. The St. Louis Rams have won the Super Bowl. I have wrapped up the video in 3 seasons. My quickest rebuild on this, like, going back in time to 2015, 2012. Usually it takes me 4 or 5 seasons to get the team ready to go, but 3 seasons with the Rams. Dak Prescott is a god. Todd Gurley is a god. I mean, Aaron Donald, Kevin Byard, Jalen Smith, Alec Ogletree even. Vernon Hargrave. We drafted so many good players on that defense. I shouldn't be shocked that we made it this far. Tyreek is up on stage. He's got himself another championship. Dak gets to hold one. What a sight. What a sight to see Dak Prescott holding a Lombardi trophy. I did it. I brought the Rams back to prominence a season, I think, before they actually do it in real life. Or a couple seasons before they do it in real life, I guess, because they win it with Stafford and them. That's a couple of seasons ago. I think that was 2021 they did that. Or was it 2020? I think it was 2021. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We bring them a championship. And I guess it was a blessing in disguise that we didn't get Carson Wentz and we got Dak Prescott instead. Because who knows what would have happened if we would have got Carson Wentz. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl with the Jets. Vernon Hargraves is the MVP. We don't win any awards other than Super Bowl. But we've got ourselves a championship. And the rebuild's over. I'm done. I'm not going another year. I'm not ruining my legacy. We've got ourselves a championship. I'm speechless. I mean, this team's really good. This team is really, really good. Dak is great. Tyreek is now our number 1, or he would be if we were going to go a second season. But we've got Kenny Golladay. We've got Brian Quick, even Tavon Austin. Todd Gurley's a true 99. The offensive line is amazing. We didn't have a tight end the entire video, but that's okay. We didn't need one, apparently. And then the defense is just unbelievably good. Ogletree's an X factor. So is Jalen Smith. Kevin Byard. Aaron Donald's a stud. Robert Quinn's amazing. Tack McKinley's growing pretty well. He'd probably become a star development player pretty soon. TJ McDonald's great. Vernon Hargraves was an unbelievable draft pick. LaMarcus Joyner was a solid player. Janoris Jenkins is now superstar. Carl Lawson's a good depth piece that we have. Quincy Wilson's a good player. I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised that we won a championship in the 3rd season, but I kind of am, and I'm kind of not. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird spot to be put in. I was fully expecting to go into the 2018 draft and draft a few players, but I don't need to. We got our championship in 3 seasons. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. Like I said in the beginning, if you have any suggestions for other teams, whether it's 2012 or 2015, at this point you guys know the rosters, so you should be able to just pick whatever team you want. Let me know down below in the comments what you want to see, and I will get them on the schedule for possible rebuilds in the future. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.